Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome back to the 2006 FIFA World Cup game, and we are going to be doing a run with Ivory Coast, of course, because they just won AFCON last night. It was so nice to see Ivory Coast win AFCON in a way because, you know, at the start of the tournament, they got rid of their coach. They got smashed by Equatorial Guinea 4-0, and they've just somehow gone on and run the tournament. And it was nice to see Hala get a goal, especially after everything he's been through. It's the fairy tale ending, I'd say, for Ivory Coast. So we're going to go back to 2006 and try and qualify for the World Cup with Ivory Coast. Of course, I picked Ivory Coast in 2006 because this was quite a turbulent time for Ivory Coast as a nation. They were going through a civil war, and famously, when they did qualify in real life for the 2006 World Cup, Drogba got on his knees on live television and the rest of the squad as well and begged the rebels to stop fighting, and they did, which is just absolutely incredible. The influence is insane. So with these groups here, we're going to randomize them. So in 3, 2, 1, and boom. And we are in a group with Nigeria, Liberia, Zimbabwe, Gabon, and Malawi. So let's have a quick look at the squad for Ivory Coast back in 2006. So we've got Kolo Touré at the back, of course. A very, very good defender. We have also got Yaya Touré here. I believe that is Yaya Touré, the actual one, because there was multiple Tourés on this one, but that is Yaya Touré. It just doesn't look like he actually has his actual character model for some reason. We have Didier Drogba up top, of course, one of the most famous Ivorians to ever exist. Here we go then, Ivory Coast versus Liberia for our first match. And again, the stadium isn't the correct flags on the top. I kind of love that about this game, you know. It feels like you're playing in a completely different country. But we've got the Ivory Coast fan here in full force. I loved it when I watched AFCON, by the way. And just looking at the crowd in the final, and it was just a sea of orange shirts. I know it was hosted on Ivory Coast, but you know, it was just a sea of orange shirts, and the arena looked sold out. It was incredible. Love to see that. Here we go then, Ivory Coast in 2006. Can we replicate their historic qualification into the 2006 FIFA World Cup? I hope so. We do seem to have a decent squad. To you. Go for it. Oh, good save by the Liberian keeper. It's going to be a corner to Ivory Coast. Down to Kalou. Kalou. Can he whip in a decent cross? Header over the bar. They always go over the bar on this game. Like, never on target. And Ivory Coast still drawing 0-0 here as we go into half-time. A bit of a tough game. Liberia have resisted us, but I'm sure we'll get the goal eventually. So through ball, here comes Didier Drogba. Saved by the keeper again. And they've done well to keep out the likes of Drogba and everybody else. It's, I don't know, it might be a fairly poor start here if we can't beat Liberia. I don't think they're going to give up the ball. They've done well to get a draw here, Liberia. And they're just not giving it up, sadly. Once we push downfield, it'll definitely be game over. Yeah, we just cannot get past them. And whenever we had a couple of shots, they just got saved. It's just one of those games, and it's 0-0, sadly. That's fine. We'll move on to the next game and hopefully perform better than that. Our next match is going to be against Malawi away from home. What can we do in this one? We need to get a better result than we did against Liberia. We need to win this one. Otherwise, Nigeria will just probably run away with the group. Blocked by Malawi. They've just been a bit frustrating here, I'd say. But here we go. And blocked by Malawi just before we took the shot. Oh, blocked by Malawi. But hold on. Oh, just couldn't shoot in time. The delay was real on that play. Fuck is this? Over the top, Malawi. They're going for it. It's saved. And they could have taken the lead before half-time. This is not good from Ivory Coast so far. It's been one of those matches where we just can't hold on to possession. It's just not being good enough here from the Ivory Coast. That's a good through ball. It better not be offside. Drogba is going through here. And I couldn't even slide underneath the keeper. It's blocked. Drogba. Oh, come on. Just shoot when I tell you to. Malawi have been frustrating. They haven't done anything on the ball here. That's going to be offside. Again, Ivory Coast cannot stay onside. This is not a good start. Really, really not a good start. No goals. And these minnows, like Malawi and Liberia, are holding us here. We've got players like Kolo Toure, Yaya Toure, Drogba, Kalu, and yet still we cannot beat these sides like Malawi and Liberia. I don't know what's going on. Like, we're just walking away with 0-0 draws at the moment. That's not good enough. Shaping up, Ivory Coast. I mean, maybe they need to sack me and then they'll start winning stuff. Here we go then, another match for Ivory Coast, and it's against Gabon. It's crucial that we win this match because Nigeria are already 4 points ahead of us. They played 2 games and have got 2 victories. You know, I think we need to come top of the group in order to actually go through. So they'll be crossed in by Ivory Coast. Drogba again, and it's just... Oh, again, just grabbed by the keeper. I hate the delayed nature of the shooting. You press the B button to go in to shoot, and it takes them a good while because for some reason they have to take a touch. It's like, you don't need to take a touch in that situation. Drogba. Down to you. Yes! Come on, our first goal. And Dindan has scored to make it 1-0 against Gabon. Finally, we have a goal. I'm surprised that sweat worked because I had to tap it to him across the box and then actually shoot. And I thought the unresponsive nature of the controls wouldn't let me do that. But no. Kalu. Through ball. And Dindan is going through. Can he play it to Drogba? Oh, why? I went to cross it and he just ran out of play. Stupid, like, unresponsiveness again of 2006 FIFA World Cup. It's half time and it's 1-0 to Ivory Coast. Pretty decent so far after the disappointing 2 draws that we had against the 2 minnows in the group. So through ball, and okay, we've had barely any touch of the ball in this half at all. It's just been Gabon knocking the ball around randomly. We can't tackle him, and when we do, stuff like that happens. It's actually crazy how this team cannot get a grip on the game. Here comes Drogba though. Drogba hits the post and in, and Didier Drogba has his first goal at this qualifying campaign. Didier Drogba, come on, come on. That's what I wanted, just the start that we want for Didier Drogba. It's 2-0 now, and hopefully he'll be in form now for the rest of the qualifying campaign. I can't believe that we drew against Liberia and Malawi. Maybe because, you know, minnows tend to just sit back and defend, and they got a bit lucky with our poor shooting. And that's going to be it. We beat Gabon by 2-0. Very good recovery from those 2 poor draws against Liberia and Malawi. But the big question is, can we beat Nigeria in these upcoming games that we got left to play? Here we go then. Our next match is against Zimbabwe away from home. Looks like their kit has got that sort of like retro green sort of thing, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but they look like a retro side with that kind of kit. It's kind of nice to see. We need to beat them though in order to catch up to Nigeria. We're only 1 point behind them, but they have a game in hand. Nigeria have taken the lead. Here comes Kalu. Oh, it just took too long. Goalkeeper came out and got it. Oh, that's our only chance of the half. Again, another poor half from Ivory Coast. Only the 1 shot. It's 0-0 at half time. This is not good. All these minnows keep holding me. They keep holding me. And I just got fouled there. That's going to be a yellow card for Zimbabwe, I presume. Yep, there we go. That's literally the only thing that's happened. We're not going to score this free kick. We're going to have to lay it off. Actually, no, I'll give it a go. See if it goes in. No, of course not. The free kick taking on this game is so primitive that I've never scored a free kick on this game, I don't think. Here we go. Sakura crosses it in and it's just caught. Like, this is a terrible performance again from Ivory Coast against another minnow. We're not going to qualify, I don't think. Not like this. No, not like this, man. Not like this. Like, it... What was that? Like, where's that going? Drogba kept it on. Crossed in. Header! Oh, saved by the Zimbabwe keeper. That was really unlucky. We almost snatched it at the end. And it's a corner. We're not going to get anything out of this. Another draw. It's been so poor from Ivory Coast. Crossed in. Header. Oh, it's gone in! It's gone in! Yes! Come on! Come on! That was the most frustrating match ever. And we snatched it in the 90th minute. Oh, thank goodness for that. And it's 1-0. What a finish that was. What a finish. Ivory Coast bag a good 3 points here. And honestly, like we struggled against these minnows. Like Gabon, it was fine. We dispatched of them really well. But the minnows are always the ones. And I think it's because they just don't do anything. When they have the ball, it's so hard to tackle them. Because all they'll do is twist and turn and pass it around the back. And your team won't press them. I don't know why. Maybe it's... I mean, I'm probably just bad at the game. Here we go then. The biggest match of the group stage. We are against Nigeria. This, we have to win. We have to win. A draw's no good because Nigeria are ahead of us by a point. But they have a game in hand. And I'm sure that they'll be winning that game in hand. In behind here, Dindan. Cross that in. Oh, the volley was blocked. Ah, Torre just sails it over the bar. It's a good ball. Off the post. Yes. Come on. Come on. Dindan has scored and that is 1-0 in the 17th minute. We started off so brightly there and we have taken the lead against Nigeria. How? I don't even know. Like, we couldn't even beat minnows. And then here we've just taken the lead against Nigeria. Hit the post and Dindan was there ready to get the rebound. Nigeria will be looking to get back in this game. Kolo Toure just doesn't want to tackle, does he? Look, he just doesn't want to do it. Every time I bring him out to meet his man, he's like, yeah, I'm just going to run past him. That's a through ball. Yakubu, he scored. And literally all they did, like, how was our player supposed to tackle him when they were moving like that? Half time, it's 1-1. There's still a chance to win this game, potentially. We've had more shots. But, I don't know. I don't know. Like, a draw's okay. It just means we're in the same position. But we just got to really hope that we do something against Nigeria later on in the campaign, if that happens. Tackled. And now we're running. Come on. Someone get into the box. The stiff movement isn't going to help. Crossed in. Drogba! Oh my goodness! No! No dramatic winner there, sadly, for Ivory Coast. So through ball, Drogba just got cut out. Yeah, no, we cannot beat Nigeria, and the situation remains the same. So, taking a look at our group at the halfway point, I believe Nigeria have a game in hand against Zimbabwe. I'm hoping Zimbabwe do us a favour, but I highly doubt it. They only seem to be frustrating against us and not the other teams, but we're doing okay. It's not over yet. I think that Ivory Coast just need to get a bit better at their shooting and the passing as well. I'm struggling to pass the ball around the field. It feels like I'm getting smothered, but yeah, we'll try anyway. But we need to beat Nigeria in our next match. I believe we got Nigeria right now. This is an absolutely must-win game against Nigeria. If we draw, then they'll have the same situation as we had coming into this match. And Nigeria will more than likely just win the group. Go on. Cross that in. Drogba! Oh, that was a free header. And you're missing that? The goalkeeper was miles out of position. He was like on his post. It's going to be a corner to Ivory Coast. We desperately need to try and get a goal here. Please. Please, please, please. Can we get a goal? Crossed in. Header. How did that stay out, man? How did that stay out? That was outrageous. Crossed in. Header again. And again, another feeble shot to the goalkeeper. We really need to sort this out. I don't think we're going to qualify. I think we're going to narrowly miss out because we just cannot seem to score. I don't know how Nigeria kept out that shot that hit the bar and nearly went in. So through ball. Drogba. No! No. Oh my god. I just cannot seem to score, man. I don't understand it. We're just so bad in front of goal. With like a legend like Drogba, you'd have thought that it would have been so easy to score in this campaign. What a save by the Nigerian keeper. Look at this save. He's like, yeah, got ya. It's a through ball and Enyema pounces on it. That is it. I think qualification is over for Ivory Coast. I have been absolutely rubbish in this. I've been so bad. I cannot even finish my chances or anything like that. I don't know what's wrong with me today. So now we just need to keep winning and hope that Nigeria drop points, which I don't think is going to happen. I don't think it is. And with teams like Liberia and Zimbabwe and Gabon and teams like that coming up who are just frustrating, just for the sake of being frustrating, I don't think we're going to make it, unfortunately. We'll see how we get on here away from home against Liberia. If we draw this game, then we're done. We're absolutely done. Cross that in. And the header again. Oh, my goodness, I've got my head in my hands right now. I'm just shocked. I'm just absolutely shocked at how bad the finishing is. Through ball, it's Drogba. Yes! Come on, finally! Okay, we scored, and it's 1-0 to Ivory Coast. And Drogba only has his second goal of the campaign. Second! You're telling me that we're this bad in front of goal? We're this bad. It's not been fun, man. It has not been fun. But there is a slight outside chance that Nigeria can bottle one of the games. Crossed in. Header. Good save by the Liberian keeper. Really, really good save. Another corner. Like, the corners just feel so arcadey on this game. They really do. They're probably the most reliable way to have a shot on goal. We have really struggled here to get another goal. Like, Liberia have just literally just sat back and done nothing. And here they come. We can't tackle. Why can't we tackle them? It's just so weird. This run feels so weird today. I cannot tackle these teams. Whenever we do tackle them, it just, you know, goes straight back to another opposition player. Players on the opposite team are not attacking that well. Like today, it feels so off. It really does. But we grinded out a 1-0 victory against Liberia. Can't say that this is the most exciting campaign I've done, but it's kind of stressful. It's stressful in the fact that if I drop points one more time, it will be over. We are against Malawi here in our next match. We need to win. Nigeria are now 4 points clear of us because they played their game in hand, and yeah, we just need to keep winning. Like, I think what really hurt this run the most was drawing against these minnows at the start of the campaign. Absolutely. Like, we should have really scored some more goals in this campaign. It's partially my fault and partially Ivory Coast. I don't know why, for some reason, Ivory Coast cannot seem to score goals, even though they have a prolific goal scorer up top. Drogba! And it's tackled. Oh, okay. It's just so bad. I don't understand why Ivory Coast can't move the ball around. We've got Yaya Toure in the midfield. Like, how are we not, like, making killer passes up top? It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Crossed in. Header. It's gone in! It's gone in! How did that even, like, happen at all? And Dumarod has scored to make it 1-0. I thought when we crossed that in, I was like, another missed opportunity. That bounced in, and then the header. That was the weirdest header you could possibly score. Like, imagine scoring that in real life. The bounce on that, I mean, the pitch must be, like, made of concrete or something if it's bouncing like that. Absolutely insane. Go on. Yaya Toure gets his shot denied. Again, another terrible, tame effort. That better not be offside. Drogba crosses it in. Go on. Oh, that was unlucky. Keeper tips it. We've had so many of those moments where it like hits the post and goes out and stuff. Keeper like tips it away. 2006 can be like that, but it's just not being good enough really from Ivory Coast point of view. Dindan, he's going through on goal. Is there a chance? No, it's saved. And I had another sort of, oh, I don't know. I literally held the button. Crossed in, header by Drogba gets, oh my god. It's just so calamitous. Like, we're still going to win the game, but Ivory Coast cannot like score multiple goals to save their life. I think we're still going to not qualify, but I mean, in terms of the run, it's been a miniature disaster. Only a little bit, you know. At the start, we couldn't win our games, and that's the real problem of this whole run. But that you can't deny there hasn't been any funny moments in there, because there has been a lot of funny and random moments. We're against Gabon away from home, and for some reason it looks like we are playing in an Oceana stadium from the flags in the background. Nigeria have already taken the lead against Zimbabwe. It's looking like it's over already. Ivory Coast, I think, know their situation. I think they know what's going to happen. It's blocked here. It's going to be a corner. We fail to win this game, then we fail to qualify, and that's going to suck. That is going to suck so much, because I thought that we could do something in this, but oh, that was so close by Drogba hitting the bar. Again, another header that hits the post or the bar. Kalu crosses it in, and Drogba gets his attempt saved. Again, these goalkeepers like perform like they're like, you know, Real Madrid goalkeeper or something. Absolutely wild. It's a through ball to Dindan. Can he score this shot? No, it's saved again. These goalkeepers are on steroids or something. Like, I swear down. Oh, if you don't laugh, you'll cry, honestly. It's just one of those like experiences where everything is just out to get you, and the group, even though it seemed quite plausible to qualify, we're not going to. 3-0 to Nigeria, and it's game over, sadly. Gabon are just going to sit here and just do this. Like, it's so pointless. If, like, what's the point in the hardest difficulty on the 2006 World Cup if the other sides aren't going to do anything against you? All they're going to do is sit back and defend. Blocked, and Ivory Coast will be crashing out of this World Cup with a feeble draw against Gabon. They will not be going to the World Cup. I am so disappointed. So disappointed in that, man. Like, how on earth do we not score any of these chances? These goalkeepers are just absolutely insane. So we have been eliminated from the World Cup. We have to play our next match still, and that is just going to be a, you know, a consolation match sort of thing. That really sucks. I really hate that so much, that we just missed out on the World Cup because we cannot score goals. Can we please try and have a good game here against Zimbabwe, please? Can we just have like a decent game to finish off the campaign? It's a through ball. Dindan. He scores! Yes, come on! And Dindan has made it 1-0 against Zimbabwe. It won't matter. It will not matter, but okay, well, at least we scored. Again, we were surrounded by their defenders, and somehow we put it in. See, a shot like that will go in, but we had tons of shots like that in matches where it mattered, and it still wouldn't go in. Nigeria continue their unbeaten streak with a 2-0 victory at the moment against Liberia. As expected, to be fair. I mean, one of us was going to qualify, and it just had to be Nigeria. It's going to be crossed in here. Header, saved, and it's just tipped away. It's a good through ball. Crossed in. And the header is saved. How many chances, man? Honestly, how many chances? These goalkeepers are unreal. Like, I know Zimbabwe have conceded one, but all these chances we've had, they're still keeping them out. And another save, and it hits the post again. Like, why does that feel like scripted now? Another save. Come on. Crossed in. And another save. This goalkeeper needs to go to like Barcelona or Real Madrid or something. He has just been absolutely insane. And all the other keepers as well in this whole entire qualifying series. So since the game doesn't simulate the whole entire tournament after you fail to qualify, let's just have a look at the teams that qualified from Africa. So in Group 1, it was South Africa on goal difference in the end, just pipping Egypt here. Very, very close, that group. Tunisia almost got it as well, but missed out by 3 points. And Togo, in the end, was 6 points behind. In Group 2, it was Angola that managed to qualify, unbeaten in that group. Algeria, 4 points behind them. And Botswana had a decent campaign as well. It was quite close between these teams here. In Group 3, it was Senegal who qualified for the World Cup, Cameroon missing out on goal difference, and Ghana not having enough to match Cameroon and Senegal there, quite a way behind there, 7 points behind, unfortunately for them. And in Group 4, it was Mali that qualified for the World Cup, unbeaten. Morocco missed out by 2 points in the end. And finally, our group, we were 6 points behind. Ivory Coast did go unbeaten in our group, you know, but we drew too many games, far too many games, and that was our downfall in the end. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little run with Ivory Coast. I apologise that I didn't qualify. I just, yeah, that was just a difficult run in the end. It was quite difficult despite the firepower Ivory Coast have. Just couldn't make it in the end. If you did enjoy this run, then give it a like and subscribe. Keep it local as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.